Good morning. Just going to go through the Swift Command. This is a 2019 model Swift Command unit. So what you need to do to start this up, just press the button and you go straight into the command screen. This is 2019 model. There is a difference now between the 20 model. You get an extra button on here where you can control the fridge, but it's not available on this year, the 2019s. Very quickly across the top, you've got internal temperature, external temperature, humidity displayed there. You've got the date, the time. Symbols over here, the sun showing the solar panels doing a little bit, adding a bit of the charge to the battery. The L shows you on your mains and your leisure batteries in a good charge. This will go into sleep mode after 5 minutes. So actually, when you tow in, to actually turn it off, you do need to hold the button there for about 5 to 10 seconds and it'll turn off. So that's off now. That's all your 12 volt off. So just to start it up, when you get to your campsite, press the button and up it comes. If on a shutdown and you start the system up to start off with, you will get a different screen, which is advanced level, and you will see a little home button. Press the home button. You do not want to go into the screen. When we finish, we will just quickly show you what that looks like so you're not surprised when you see it. Water pump. So put your water pump on, just press the button. So now you can pour the water in, fill your tank up, have hot and cold running water. That's your awning light. So that's the only switch for your awning light on this particular model. So that's off. This one is for your main caravan lights. They are all on at the moment. You can use this as a dimmer switch, or you can use it as a button to turn the front lights off and your entry lights on that one. That's all the lights off now. And you do have switches all around the van to turn them back on. So that's your entry light button, just down there. And the other one for your lights are just across there. That's your lights above the front lights, your living quarters. So that's your dimming facilities. And you can dim the front ones as well. Home button just takes you back to the screen. Power source, so you can check your power, see what's happening with the caravan. So that screen there shows your leisure batteries in, and you're charging it at 14. That is a high, it charges at 14 volts. So when you're off mains, that's probably going to be around 12 volts, showing a full charge in your battery. You can also see your solar panel when it's doing something, and you can notice the little symbol at the top's now dropped off because the solar panel is no longer required. And you can also check your vehicle battery there as well. You'll always get a reading on there, even if you're not connected to the car, which is a good sign. Sub-menu on this screen. This one you can view the ampage. So that's the ampage that we're actually using in the caravan with the fridge on and the lights running at the moment. And you also got an amp limiter here, so you can set the limit of the draw from the post coming into the caravan. So at the moment it's in off, just press the plus button and you can set it to whatever ampage you want, up to 16 amps. When it's off, it is set at 16 amps. So if you're on a 10 amp campsite, if you set that at 10 amps, then it means it's you're not necessarily going to blow the post out. It also administrates the electric going to the heating system as well. So if you get to the top end, it will drop the power going to your heating system. You can turn it off by simply just pressing it straight, or you can just do a minus and take it back to 0 if you want to make sure everything's off. Home button just takes, the return button just takes you back to that screen, and then you got the home button just there. Radio control is here. So at the moment the radio is in its off mode at the top. Press the button, and that's FM. So obviously you've got your tuner there, volume control. So just tune it as you like. Preset button's just down there. If you press the button again, you've got your DAB facility when it eventually finds there you go. And then you've got your station choice there. Okay. Press it again and you've got auxiliary button. So if you want to play your phone or any external source through the unit itself, if I can just open up this cupboard, which is, they do vary where they are positioned, but usually they're on this entry cupboard. So that's your radio unit. So if you want to play something through it, you need an auxiliary cord, plug it through into your system. That's it. That's your radio bits there. You do have another sub-menu on here as well. All your balances as well if you want to get the music to your liking. Home button, oh you have got preset buttons. You will find on the app, you can turn the radio on and off and also select preset buttons. There's no tuning facility on the app. Just press home at the moment anyway. Settings are in here. So do quite a bit in here. One, you can alter the time if you want, just press the buttons. You've got your date there, you've got your day. Brightness on the screen, if you want the screen to be a bit brighter, just press the button, that should be 100%, or you can dim it down. They're always set at 80%. Screen timeout, so after 5 minutes this screen will go blank, so it should time out, but you can change that as well. If you don't like the little bleep, you can mute it by pressing that. So now if you press a button, it's muted. We always leave it on for the moment. And this is where you're going to pair your phone. We will show you that shortly, hopefully, but that's where you pair it, and we'll go through that in a bit. Home button, just takes you back. If I go on to the heating, so this is the Truma heating in this particular model. It's off at the moment. Press the wheel. You can also control the heating from the command app. I'll just quickly show you this first, and then we'll go through the way the command works. So on your heating, below this line are your access facilities. And when an icon is flashing, you need to press the wheel to go into it, either to turn it on or turn it off or alter the temperature. So if I only want the hot water on it, so just go across onto there, twist the wheel till it flashes, press the button, and then just turn your water on to what temperature you want. You've got Eco, which is 40 degrees, Hot, which takes up to 60 odd degrees, and you've also got Boost, which will boost the water. If you're having showers, it will override the heating control though. But when you select it, press the wheel to confirm. So now I've set it up on the Eco setting. We are connected to the mains, so you do need to make sure the mains are on. That's indicated by that little symbol. And we're running 1600 watts of electric. So if you want to change your power source, just turn the wheel to get to that icon. You can see at the moment the symbol up the top there is flashing. It's working up to temperature. When it gets to temperature, that will go static. So I want to change my electric to just gas. Turn the wheel, get onto that, press the button, twist the wheel back, press the button. Now I've changed it from electric to gas. If you want to mix the power, so you want to run gas and electric together, and you may want to do that either to get the heating up and running quicker or get the hot water hotter quicker. So if you want to run both electric and gas together, turn the wheel round, then you've got an option mix. So mix one is gas plus 800 watts of electric. If you twist it again, you've got electric, or mix two. Now electric 2 is 1600 watts. Press the button to confirm it, and that's running on dual fuel now. Your heating is controlled from this one. So if you just slide that wheel back, get to your little van up there, press the wheel to go into the settings, heating's off, turn the wheel round and set it to whatever temperature you want. When you're comfortable, 20 odd degrees, 22 degrees, just press the button to confirm it. Now the heating is set at 22 degrees, and you can see that's flashing as well. So they're both thermostats are working up to temperature. As soon as you put your heating on, the fan does come on. So it's just indicated up there. So that's your heating fan. So because it's blow air, it's pushing the heat through the vents around the caravan. You've got options on there as well. So if you just slide over onto that one there, press the wheel. Eco is the setting one, which is dead quiet. It's also got a little bit of a thermostat control to it, so sometimes you might hear it kicking in because it's trying to get heat on a cold day into the caravan. But if you want to change it manually, press the wheel and just turn it. You've got high. You see the fins changing? There's a third option, boost, where this will go solid. There needs to be a 10-degree difference between the heat in the van to heat you want to achieve to get on the boost setting. But if you set it on high, so now it's just blowing around a bit quicker. Just coming down here, just to confirm that little black symbol shows you're on mains and the mains connected. You do want to make sure you're on mains, otherwise you're going to get an error. And also, if you're running gas, bleed the gas through first on your cooker or something so you know you've got gas in the system. Again, it can also error at that point. If I just turn that wheel around down to the bottom, this one flashing here is your timer, so you can have the heating coming on at a certain time. But you do need to go through the process, start time, finish time, etc. Please read the manuals, it will give you more information on that. Press the return button there because I don't want to change anything, it just brings you out. That one there is your clock. So obviously if you're going to have the timer on, you do want to set your clock. And what time are we? 10:40. Press the wheel to confirm it, and then whiz that round. 40. Press it to confirm. So the time's set on that one. You've got a little spanner there. These are settings that are behind the scenes to the heating system. So if you want to go into it, press the wheel. Offset is a recalibration of the room thermostat. So you can sort of marry the two up if you want to by -5 degrees. It's on all the new systems. Temperature, if you don't like centigrade, you can change that to Fahrenheit. I'm not going to change anything, so just press the return button. Brightness control, you can alter the screen brightness, so you can dull it down, whatever you like. Change the clock from 24 to 12 hours. Language, if you want to practice something. Index is the software that the caravan works through, so you don't want to go into that. It's just a load of numbers, doesn't make any sense to me. There is a soft reset. If you think the heating system's not working correctly, you can do a soft reset if you want. You're not going to cause any problems, but the best thing is if you think you've got an error on it, is perhaps turn all the power everything down, and that usually rectifies any sort of problems. You see, we've already gone back to sleep mode, and that was it through that one. There's nothing else on that one. You can see that screen over there has gone blank. Just press it and see what's happening. Because I've got the heating on, the command is now, you've got a red square around the heating control, so you know that the heating is still being controlled from up here though. So if you want to use the command, which you can also control from the app on your phone, just press that button, you'll go into your heating setting on the command. So at the moment you can see we're on the manual setting. So that's all been sent from that unit over there onto here. It doesn't go that way across. But if you want to use the command, press the timer. So now you've gone into the timer for the command. The command is now taken over from the Truma system. You can see everything's gone off on there. So I want to put the heating on. It does work on a timer system. So go into the timer. And those are your preset times. So the heating, or you've got options there which you can change. So 7:30 to 10, 10 to 4:30, 4:30 to 10, and then 10 to 7:30. But if you're not happy with them, press the wheel, change it to whatever you want. And again with the hours as well, just press it to suit it. But if you want the heating on, press the button there, because we're on time zone 2. So get that to your temperature that you want by pressing the indicator. On the app, you've got a slider. You don't need to keep pressing the thing. But you can see across here, we've already got the heating up on that symbol there. And it's also brought the power in. And if you want your water on, press the button. Water's on now, and we've also got the symbol up there showing that it's running. You've also got the options on there for hot and cool, for eco and hot, but not boost. I've just turned the water off now, and you can see it's just dropped off there. Press the home button. So you do want to make sure when you come out of here, just double check the override is off. If the override's on, this won't be operating. If you want to change your power source, you do need to do it on this home screen. So at the moment today we're running dual fuel, so I don't want that. Just press the button. Now I'm just on electric, and it just shows you your indicator up there. Just a single bar of electric, or you got your 2 bars. So now the heating's on, 2 bars of electric. You've got an indicator there what temperature you set it to, sorry, and also it shows your water's off. I'm just going to quickly go back in now and change it. I want to turn it off. I don't want the heating to be on anymore, so I'm just going to turn that off. That's the heating off, and that's all dropped back off now. And I'm going to come out of the command unit. So if you don't want to use the command unit, don't leave it on timer. You do need to press the manual. And now that system's kicked back in again, and the heating is being controlled from the Truma. And when it settles itself down, it will start to flash, I expect, again. We're just going to show you how to connect an iPhone to the command app. So press your settings. Make sure you've downloaded the correct app to your phone. There are 2 apps. There's a 2019 model and a 2020. 2019 forward is the blue app. Prior to that, the 17 and 18s is the green app. So make sure you get the either 2020 or 2019 one, which is a blue icon. Press the power button up on the top. Hopefully we're going to get a signal just down here. All right. So connect the device, and we've got a little swirl coming up there. Pair, still swirling. Lovely. Right, we're into the app now. So everything that I showed you up there is demonstrated here. You've got an additional one here on here, Alco. You can, on that one, you can check the history of the caravan on a trip. All the others are exactly the same. So if I wanted to turn the pump off, I can press that. Hopefully it's now turned the water pump off up there. Lighting, just in there. Again, how I left it. If I want to turn them off, so that's turn the lights off. So we've done the lights. You can see up on the top screen up here, we've linked this phone to it. So we've got paired one. It takes 4 devices. And if you want to change or you run out of places, you can also delete, but it deletes everything that's been paired. Okay. All the other ones are exactly as up the top. Once you sort of just give it a few seconds for it to actually register and download the stuff. So as I've gone through there, radio control there. Again, I did say you can't tune it, but you need to have preset buttons down there. But if you want to put the radio on, it will activate the radio from here or off. Very quickly show you the heating system on here. Oh, Bluetooth. Obviously, if it kicks out, which it might do, if that goes red around the Bluetooth area, press the button again, that'll reconnect you. So on your heating, just go into that. You can see how it's been left at the moment on manual. So I want to take it over. Just to let you know, the 7-time one, which is a bigger timer, hasn't been available. So I don't know if that's an upgrade that will come at a later point. But just go into the timer just there. So now we're back in. The heating screen's gone off up there. And we just want to go into the timing facility. So exactly as I showed you up there. So if I put the heating on that one there, whatever degrees, 12 degrees, heating hopefully should pop up there, and you've got your water. So it's 4:30 in the afternoon. The heating's going to go off unless you put a temperature in there, either take it up or take it down. Water will go off at 4:30, and then if you want the heating to come either lower or higher, time zone for at 10 o'clock, which you can change all the times. And obviously the water is off there, but if you want your water on at that time, whatever, just press it and it should hopefully come up eventually, eco. And that's how you do it. So exactly the same as the handset. So I'm just going to turn them all off now. You've got saving load. If it's not registering up on the panel, you may have to load it back to the caravan. Just press the button, it'll load the information that you've done there back onto the van. Home button, just takes you back to the screen. I do want to turn it off on here. So I've gone back onto manual now. So now the heating is going to be controlled from the panel up on the top. This is an Apple phone, and so all you got to do, make sure you got the app up. Home screen on there. When you press the pair button up on the top, press this one here, control panel, and then that'll ask you to connect to the caravan, and then it'll ask you to pair. Once that's done, you're in. On an Android phone, also you want to make sure you've got Bluetooth on as well, otherwise it won't work, it only works Bluetooth. On an Android phone, make sure you got the Bluetooth screen up on your phone or your device. Press the pair button, and then on the Bluetooth you'll see your phone or your device doing a search, and you will see Swift BLE pop up. When that pops up, press that to pair it, or connect, sorry, and then it'll go to another screen asking you just to pair it. So it's similar but slightly different. So you go through the Bluetooth screen on an Android phone, where the Apples you go through the command panel. Just going across on the command, this one here, this feature here, won't allow me to go into it because the caravan's not registered. That's your roaming device. So if you want to control things away from the caravan, you can do, but that's your roaming device on there. But you'll find on that button, once the caravan has been registered to you and you've registered for the Swift command, there's an update button. You do want to update your app, whether you're on an Android phone or an Apple phone. If you don't update it, you're not going to get the facilities to control from the outside. Also, you need the consumer unit. The black shutdown switch does need to be on for access into the caravan. So if you've turned that off, you're leaving the van into storage, you've got no access to the van. And in storage, it is a good idea to turn it off. That was all to do with Swift TVs and stuff. Home button just takes you back. And that's going to be your login details and things like that, which we would need to give to you. With the Swift command, you can either register yourself an account if you're picking up a new Swift product, and that's the website is swiftcommand.co.uk, or we will set it up for you. You will need a password, which we will set for you, or you can set your own password if you do it yourself. And then the van just needs to be, once the van has been collected, we just complete the sell process, which then links your account to the caravan. Shut this down now, so we're going to put the van into storage. Shut down the Swift command unit. That's off. And I'm just going to walk over to the consumer unit, which is underneath this bench. Just lift that lid up, or that extension arm. It just helps this lid to the seat to come up a bit easier. Pull that up, and that's your master shutdown switch just there, over there. So if you put the van into storage, if you isolate that, you've got no sort of drain down on off your battery, so it should preserve your battery, which is a good thing. The solar panel is still charging your battery, so you're not just disconnecting that. The other buttons you've got across there, electric supply, your heating and hot water, so that does need to be on. If that is off, then the little symbol up on the top panel won't work. Charger, just leave that on at all times. Trip switches, mains tester there, so you can test your mains. Make sure it's all good in operation. And you've got your fuses just there. They are listed on the opposite side just here, so your trip switches and your fuses are listed there. Battery charger units there. On this particular model, the motor mover has been fitted, so that's the operating panel for the motor mover, the receiver. Across there is your water pump. The damper to the water system keeps the pressure constant. And that's your drain down point for your water. So if you flick that switch up into the vertical position, so it's pointing upwards, that will drain the water at that point underneath the caravan. Obviously, when you winterize the caravan, you do want to make sure the water's out. So flick the switch up, open up the taps as well, let the air come in so you get a good flow. Obviously, to put water in the tank before you put your water on, make sure that key is down in the horizontal position. Put your pump on the command unit and pull the water through on hot tap. When you get a good flow of water coming through on the hot tap, you know you've got water in the boiler. Then just make sure you've got water coming out of the cold side, and then bleed the bathroom through as well. So just make sure you've got good water in your tank before you put your heating or your hot water on, on your heating system. Coming back now, so we've picked the van up from storage. I'm just going to turn on the command, and that's a screen you're going to see. You'll only see that when you've done a shutdown. Just press the home button. You don't want to be in there. That's all the operating systems of the van itself. Okay, that's it. The only other thing with the Swift command, which I sort of spoke about, is you have got the option to go for the tracker with the Swift command. You can register for that through the Swift command website or on the app itself if you want. Swiftcommand.co.uk. Just log in with your password into your account, and you can activate the tracker that way. And the tracker is activated from your alarm. So if you do go for the tracker, on the caravan, you've got a tilt and internal sensor, but to activate the alarm, second button down, press it once, that's your alarm activated. And saying if you subscribe for the tracker, that's your tracker activated as well. Turn your alarm off, again, just press the button. And that's it, that's your alarm off. If you've got your power on, the awning light will come on, so you can override your awning. Override the awning light on that one. And you've also got a fourth button, small one, P for program. You can program the alarm. You can change some of the settings. There are manuals for it, so please read the manuals that will tell you how to do it correctly. And that's in there. The only other little part of this caravan is your fridge. Just be careful with these fridges. You can sort of change things as you walk past it. So if you're washing up, if you're only bleeping, you know you've may have changed the settings. So on the 2020 models, you can control the fridge from the command app as well. Just around here, that's your on-off switch. We're on mains at the moment. To change it onto gas, just press the button. Oops. Now we're on gas. If it fails, it will bleep and tell you. That's your thermostat control. So to change your thermostat, just press the button. Just like that. On this fridge, you've got an option for auto. So if you come onto auto, it will default straight to electric. So you're on electric. If you leave it on auto, if you have a power cut or it trips out, it'll go onto gas. When you're towing, do not use auto. Always tow manually, and that's your tow vehicle battery on there. So now it's flashing away at the moment because we're not connected to a car and the engine's not running. But don't use auto when you're towing. Always use that one. That's on gas now. If it fails on gas, so it's flashing there and bleeping, the on and off switch for the fridge is your reset button as well. So it's just a matter of just touching it very gently, and it's just apply a bit of pressure, and it should reset it. It will take a few attempts though, but you will reset it eventually. Leave it on mains. Turn your fridge off on this particular model. Just press and hold that button. It's not so sensitive as all the others, but that's how you turn the fridge off. And I'm just going to turn it back on again. Press the button in. Fridge comes on, and it just goes back to your previous setting. And that's it.